Hey, welcome to another episode of the Real Estate Ballers Show, where we will be showing you how to lose money fast in real estate investing, faster than a kid in a candy store with a stolen credit card. So if you're tired of making money and profits, you're in the right place. So grab some popcorn, join in for how to lose money fast in real estate investing. So I know I've lost money in real estate deals. How about you, Eddie? Have you ever lost money?
Well, I don't exactly track it that close, but yeah. Short answer would be yes.
Okay, so today we're going to talk about the deals that cause us to lose money. Hopefully that will save you from losing money. So not in any particular order of importance or anything, do you agree? But rather just the list of things that cause us to lose money and, other friends that we know of. Obviously, you're here 20 years later, so I'm glad you didn't lose money on every deal. But it still sting anyway every time we lose money.
Oh, it's deflating. It's not only hurts the bank account, it hurts your psychological approach to the business the next day. You do all of this work for could be months and months and months, and then at the end you're upside down on the deal, and it's just deflating.
Yeah, and thank you for being my mentor when I started, because following your footsteps helped me to also avoid losing money.
I agree with that.
Anyway, let's talk about reason number one: why investors lose money, or why we lost money on these deals.
Yeah, one of the ones that's come up time and time again, and I still see young investors fall into this trap. The example is it's a higher end house. It's way above the median price point. It's big. It's weird floor plan. It's just weird. And what I have learned is on the upper end, weird don't sell. Strange don't sell. And you may think it's worth X, but it's really worth 70% of X or 80% of X because of the weird factor. The normal.
So when you say upper end, let's just define what upper end means. Are we talking about 300 and up or more?
I'm going to say in the Houston market, certainly 500 and up, but probably 400K and up ARV. You start to, qualify as the upper end. You're above the median price and the average price at that point. And that's what I would classify it.
So we got high-end homes value of $400,000 and above that has weird floor plans or weird something.
Weird something. Floor plan, design, add-ons, funkiness, got maybe a contemporary look, traditional look down here in South Texas sells better than a contemporary look most of the time.
Yeah, so in the outside world, it's good to be weird, but in real estate, especially with high-end home, not good to be weird at all.
That's right. I would agree with that.
Speaking of weird, I did have a house that has a pentagon shape, and I thought I was going to hit a home run with that house. I ended up losing money on it.
Yeah. Ready for another one?
The next deal where I've lost money on is way far out, like 2 hours drive from Houston. That's where I lost money on.
Yeah. You tend to not manage those as closely, and they tend to maybe get away from you, but your contractors don't want to go. Your contractors that you use a lot in Houston, they don't want to drive 2 hours out there. So you may have to use different contractors, or your contractor is going to charge you more, or your contractor doesn't put the amount of focus and attention on it, just like you're not putting focus and attention on it because it's so far, and it just spirals out of control on you. I would agree with that. So my standard rule around here is we try to stay within 1 hour of the office. And 1 hour, that's, basically that's 65 miles, really. So that's a pretty good. If you can't find enough deals within 65-mile, circle around you, you might want to look at your lead source a little differently.
If you drive a Ferrari, you probably can go 120 miles out.
This episode is brought to you by Buzz Vacation Rentals, a premier property management company in Houston and Galveston. Give Buzz a call today if you need help in managing your short-term and vacation rental properties at 281-549-8432 or visit their website at buzzvacationsrentals.com. Now back to the Real Estate Baller Show.
Yeah, I don't have one of those. I drive an F-150, so I'm 65, 70 miles. I'm not high end like you.
I don't have a Ferrari, by the way. Okay. What's the next reason that you find that you've lost money on?
The one that jumps out at me, and I could almost put this number one, really. Combination well and septic, and you didn't allow for it, and you end up replacing both, or you run into permit issues with them, which, causes you delays. Well and septics can be a problem. They're expensive. Small parcel of land, if you're less than an acre, it can give you some license, some permitting issues. And I'm not saying don't buy them. I'm saying you better make proper allowance for your repairs and include money for a septic, include money for a well, if there's any chance at all that you're going to end up replacing those. Because if you don't allow for them, it's a big ticket item that you're getting ready to come out of your pocket. And the only place it comes out of was the profit bucket. Okay? Your profit bucket's sitting there with profit left over, and you did not allow for a septic. Well, you just somewhere between $11,000 and $16,000 most likely just went out of your profit bucket that you don't have anymore.
For listeners, if you ever come across a house with well and septic, you got to make sure you check your T, dot your I, and cross your T with, and budget a good $20,000 in my opinion, at least $20,000 for that septic repair. Hey, are you getting value out of this episode so far? If you do, please leave us a comment below. Let us know what you find valuable.
Yeah. I think we've done a lot of septics. We hadn't done many wells. I'm typically in that $13,000 to $16,000, $17,000 range on the septic. I've gotten bids for a well recently, and we were north of $20,000 just for the bid on the well for a rural property.
A new well?
For a new well.
Wow. I thought it's been in the $6,500, $7,000 range or something.
It depends on where you are, because you got to go to a certain depth to hit the good water, and it's highly variable. This was up closer to College Station, where we got a well bid. It was high.
Okay. Well, my other reason is of losing money is when I held the property too long. Anything that I held for almost a year, I end up losing money. And guess who make money on those deals? My lenders.
Your lender. Your lender. Thank you very much.
Yeah, my lenders. I mean, I'm not one of those to let the property go foreclosure, right? So I keep paying the lenders.
Jet lending. Yeah. We don't want that to happen either. I'm joking with a smile and a smirk on my face, but we really don't. We want our clients to make money and come do other deals.
Of course. But that was to my fault that I did not make quick adjustment enough to get the property moving,
Oh, it happens. Another one that goes along with that is you miss the ARV day one in the wrong direction. If you miss the ARV in the good direction, you made more money, most likely. Okay? You miss the ARV in the wrong direction, you thought you was going to get 300 and you can only get 260 for it at the end of the day. Stings. So that's one I see a lot. I better knock on wood. I'll do it today. I don't make that mistake too often anymore because I'm seasoned and experienced. I'm very conservative, but I see it every day. They try to make a deal work and they just fall in love with it, or they don't use the right comps. I see it a lot inner city now. They're trying to use the 2022, 2021 new build comps for a house that they're going to completely remodel that was built in the 40s or 50s. It don't work that way. So
yeah, I say it differently. You got to compare apple to apple and orange to orange to get to the right value of the home.
Similar age, similar style, close proximity, comps close. And the other one is, and I'll just call them out, Texas City and a little bit Galveston can be awful hard on you on permits on an old property. Texas City don't want you to remodel that house. They want you to tear it down and build new. So if you've got an old vacant property in Texas City primarily, and it could happen in Galveston as well. We've seen it happen in Galveston. You better make sure you can get a permit before you go close on that house if it's been vacant a while. I have seen that multiple times with my friends.
So bottom line there is, if you purchase a property with a lot of defects, whether it's previously flooded multiple times, or look almost like a tear down, you got to go and check with the city officials to make sure you're allowed to do rehab on those property before you go and close.
Yeah. You put it so much more politically correct than I do.
I'm trying.
Yeah, because I know how they operate, and I don't like them.
So, bottom line, and wrapping this up, for new investors who come across any of these things that we have mentioned, the options are: 1, walk away, or 2, buy them super low.
Yeah. I've said this, the deals you walk away from do not put you out of business. It's the one you didn't walk away might put you out of business. And it's,
totally agree.
We learned there.
And I used to go with the option of offer really low. And then lately, I'm more of a walking away, because it's your time, your energy that's get invested in that deal. And it's such a bad deal that it just caused a lot of stress and headache in the long run.
Well, I'll tell you this, and this truly happened. The last Jet Lending Super Investor meeting last month in January, I had a client come up to me and thanked me for the deal I denied a year or 2 ago. They come to realize that would have been a problem had we closed on that house. And I denied the loan. I told them, get away from it. Bad deal. Bad deal. You do not want to buy that house for that number.
If you enjoyed this episode, I do recommend you to watch How to Become a Millionaire Through Real Estate Investing. Thank you, and see you in the next video.